When you call DSI and you're looking for a heating system and you want to utilize the used oil you generate for free heat, basically what's going to happen is you're going to call us. We're going to ask you some questions as far as to make sure that you qualify. I don't want to waste your time or our salesman's time coming to see you if you don't have enough oil to make it pay. So we're going to do and ask those questions over the phone. This is not a mail order product. This is a product that requires installation. It requires a salesman seeing your facility. In many cases, there is more than one furnace that could work for your application. So it's not as simple as doing a simple calculation, length times width times height times a factor, and this is what you need. We want to see the building because there's factors that affect your heat losses.
We like to actually come out and see the location where the furnace is going to be put in to make sure the installation can be put in properly. We just don't want to set one on the floor or put one over in a corner where the furnace won't operate or hard to maintain. We want to size the furnace for the building. We don't want you to put a real small furnace in a large building or a big furnace in a small building. We want to make sure the furnace is exactly sized so it's more efficient and cost worthy.
When it comes to installing a clean burn furnace, there are a lot of different options. You can hang it from the ceiling. There's tank mounting where we actually mount the furnace above a freestanding tank.
Every install is a little bit different. This one here is actually on top of the tank. It saves room. Everything is just self-contained here. Your pump is mounted right here on the unit. It's just a lot easier servicing. It's solid. There's no swing in the furnace. It's just a very, very nice compact install.
Every time you go to an installation, there's different ways and different things to look at in order to get the best efficiency and the proper heat movement around. So when we walk into a building, the first thing we do, we always have a drawing from the salesman who's had first contact with the customer. But then as an installer, we do walk through and may point out some things and some better ideas on how to, and places to hang the furnace and locate the tank.
You know, once equipment is ordered, our guys show up. This is all they do. They don't work on any other gas furnaces or oil furnaces or any air conditioning systems. They are professional. This is all they do, and they will look at the job. They may modify it from what our salesman had if they find a better place for service, and which will still do the heating and do the job that we want it to do. But they're also looking at making sure it's in the best location so it can be serviced, so that again it'll enhance the performance and the long-term savings will be realized by the customer.
The biggest thing we like to do to get in with customers is to make it for ease of servicing, so that down the road, yeah, that might be an easy spot to have you hang it or place it, but down the road when you have to service it, there's cleaning involved, and if it's not easy to get at and easy to do, guys don't want to do it. So that's one thing we always try and make important to the customer, is that it's put in a good location for service.
The installations of these furnaces are probably almost the most important thing. If you don't put them in right, they're not going to run right. Usually any problem that the customer install, it's usually because, and they're having trouble, it's usually something to do with the install. So, and if the customer does decide to install their own, and they're having trouble, we'll come out, we'll help them through it. We'll tell them what they did wrong and either correct the problem or we can suggest ways they can improve that install. But the biggest thing is to make sure the furnace is installed. No matter who does it, it has to be installed correctly for the safety and dependability of this furnace.
After installing a new clean burn furnace, we take the customer and we walk through the whole system with them, explain everything from cleaning the filters in the tank, the pumps, how to clean the furnace out, things to do during non-heating seasons and startup, all those things so that they are able to do those cleanings and startups on their own. And once they've done them, it's so simple, it's easy to do. The new furnaces are so much easier to work on. As far as cleanings go too, they're a lot easier to do than the older style.